All right, think about this. So how many times do you just like drive through an area and you see loads of houses, loads of buildings, pavements, like shops, like of all different kinds? It's just like you're driving through a built up area, right? And how often do you think like this would have existed whether I was living or not? This would have happened, like people would have built all these different shops, all these different roads, all these different pavements. Like even if I was a thought in my parents' mind, even if I didn't exist, right? And I've been born into this situation where I'm fortunate enough to be born in London. Now I moved out of London, but like still within the UK. And everywhere I go is comfortable. Everywhere I go, there's a good quality of life pretty much anywhere. I can be doing different jobs and stuff like that, but in general, my day to day is like I'm in a comfortable car that what I didn't build. I'm in a comfortable house that I didn't build. I didn't lay a single brick. I sit on a comfortable sofa that I didn't manufacture myself. I sit on even though if it's a hard wooden chair, I'm not sitting on the floor because someone has built this for me. I've never built a chair in my life, right? This is the point I'm trying to get at here. A lot of the time, a lot of people are like depressed or like feel sad about their existence, but that may have to do with something that they've never been in a situation like me to ever produce the thing that they are using to now be in a comfortable position in. If they had to, their mind will probably have to be like preoccupied with building the thing to be able to like have some fulfillment after on sitting on that chair, for example. Let's just say it's a standard wooden chair, like not a house, nothing crazy like building bricks and stuff like that, putting bricks together and stuff like that, but you're just building a simple wooden chair. If you've never built a simple wooden chair, like you sitting on one, you would take it for granted because you just think, oh yeah, there's a wooden chair there, I'll just sit on it. But if you actually built it yourself, you'd have that satisfaction like, okay, I've done this myself, I've put the screws together, I've put the wood together, glued it all together, blah, blah, blah. It looks great, it's my creation, I'm gonna sit on this, that's great. I've done something, I've accomplished something. Whereas everything, pretty much everything, unless you're a builder, unless you're a carpenter, unless you're a type of like hands-on laborer that can like actually build these things, and hats off to you. Unless you're one of these type of people, you probably live in a very comfortable environment where your bed is made for you, your house is built for you, the car you drive is built for you, like everything, like completely everything. The shops you go to, the Tesco Express you go to, that's like someone has built that Tesco Express like potentially over 100 years ago. I'm talking about the actual building, potentially over 200 years ago. And you just so happen to be living now when all of this shit is all built and you can just walk into any store you like and just buy a croissant, buy hobnobs, buy like an apple, buy chicken breast, buy flipping, what's that thing? Quinoa or like Brazil nuts. Like it's all here for you. You don't have to go anywhere. It's just down the road. Like I can go to my local Tesco Express and get Brazil nuts right now. Like something that's not, like, I don't know if this is maybe a stupid thing to say, but I'm guessing Brazil nuts come from Brazil. Just because of the name. I don't know if it actually is the case or the history behind it or whatever. Let's just say that is the case, right? I can go get something that's made in Brazil within, I don't know, 5-minute drive or a 10-minute walk away from my house. And it costs like £1 something, like £1.50, for example, for a bag of Brazil nuts. I didn't have to fly over the pond to get there to like hand grab the Brazil nuts off the like nut tree or wherever it grows and then bring it back and then consume it. You see how like we're so like used to this situation. Like I could not, like I can go years at a time without appreciating a Brazil nut. Like what has actually gone into it to bring it to my mouth, like picked from wherever, by whoever, put on a plane or a boat, like shipped over here, packaged over here, roasted, put salted on, like all these different things that we take for granted. Like I could skip over that and just shove a Brazil nut in my mouth and be like, all right, cool. Okay, I'm still like not appreciative of this thing that I've actually just consumed. Same with chicken breast. Like I've never killed a chicken in my life, but I'm eating this thing every day almost. Like loads of different things like this. I've never picked a bit of broccoli, but I'm eating that almost every day as well. Or a chili, matter of fact, or a garlic. I've never actually seen a wild garlic growing, but I have that shit every single day in a dish of some kind, right? So what I'm trying to get at is bring more attention and like appreciation for the things that you have in your life right now. Because if you don't know how to appreciate this, like, when you become successful after watching my channel and seeing all these side hustles and stuff like this that you could be doing, and then you apply them, you use them, you build up some wealth, and then you buy your Lamborghini, your Ferrari, your mansion. If you don't appreciate little things now, when you get to that level, you will never appreciate them. That's the trick of life. Like, if you're unhappy now because you're not appreciating these things, when you get there, you'll be just as unhappy because you're still not appreciating these little things. Like me, I've never laid a single brick in my life, but everywhere I go, that is a building of some kind, has a brick on it that was probably built by either someone who's very old right now or very likely who's dead right now. So I'm benefiting from people who have died in the past in human history. So this is what I want you to kind of bring your attention to, because there's so many times we can just be like glossing over this whole thing and say, oh yeah, you know, don't worry, I'm going to buy a car, I'm going to lease that car, that's great. Like, where's the fuel coming from? Where's the car coming from? Where's the comfort coming from? Where's the like tires coming from? When you like, I just had an epiphany, like when you really break it down, like, what do you actually do in this whole situation? And I'm talking about me, myself as well. Like, what have I done to contribute to this situation that I'm so comfortable in right now? Like, my granddad had to come over by boat when he was in his 20s from India, from India or Africa, and then India, Africa, and then here to the UK. Right, I was not involved in any of that. I was just born in the UK, and everything I've got as a result of that, like of my ancestor, my granddad, this is something that I have to be massively grateful for, because if it wasn't for him, like having the initiative to kind of leave his country of origin and then go to this country where he's looking for a better life, I would have never had that better life. And in a way, I'm kind of like, I wish he could have lived like a longer life to see, or like while he was still in his youth, to see what the tech is right now, like how quickly you can get to certain places across the world in like a day. You can be in Australia, or like in 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours, you can be in Dubai, or for example, or like all the different like things that are available in the world we live in now. If this was like 400 years ago, there would be like horses on the street, horse shit everywhere. There's no cars, no planes. I don't know if bicycles were about then. Let's just say they were. Were they? No, I don't think they were. Bicycles wouldn't be there because planes and stuff like that, I don't know. So anyway, bicycles won't be there. Like, there's so much different things that wouldn't be there that we have now, that it's just like we're born into it. Like with this new generation being born into the internet. I remember that, like being there when you have to wait for the internet to connect with the modem, and then like you hear that weird tone, you cannot use your house phone while this is happening and stuff like this. Like, we've gone so far like ahead in technology wise, that if we don't appreciate it, we'll never like feel happy in the long run. We'll continue to feel depressed and down all the time because we're not appreciating what we have right in front of us. And I've had a long day today. I was like in the truck today, I was just thinking about this, and I was like, actually, I'm so grateful for this situation. Even if I am having a long day right now, it's still way more comfortable a day than if this was 100 years, 200 years, 300, 400 years ago, when my ancestors were living and their work was like backbreaking work. They were constructing the city that we now live in, for example. So I'm going to stop this here. I hope this kind of leaves an impact with you, and kind of you get some understanding from what I'm saying here. I'm sure I've done the point like justice, but yeah, check out other content on my channel for like more personal development stuff, more finance stuff, more like business ideas, such things like this. There's loads of different type of topics on here, but it's all based around personal development. So I didn't want to neglect the gratitude side of things and the personal development side of things, because this is what I love. This is what I love talking about, and I love sharing with other people. So I hope that helps. Check around the channel for other content that like will help you in life, just generally get better in finances, personal development, mental health, such things like that. And I'll catch you in the next video.